And welcome to another episode of Brothers Arguing Sports. I'm Zav. Across the Zoom is TD. And today we're going to address the question, is Nikola Jokic underrated? What do you think?
I think the answer is criminally underrated. Just for an example, yesterday watching the Sixers, Doris Burke goes, Joel Embiid is averaging, 35 in 10 straight games. Wilt Chamberlain couldn't do that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar couldn't do that. She's putting Embiid up in Mount Rushmore, basically, in the argument.
Start over. Jokic or
Right.
Embiid?
No. Doris Burke, just for an example, is putting Embiid in Mount Rushmore territory.
Embiid. Okay.
Okay. And my point is, you never hear Jokic being talked about in that breath. And that to me was just in a nutshell how criminally underrated he is. You know what he's done? When I wrote this text to someone midway through yesterday's game, this is what Jokic had done in the last 4 games. All right, Tom? He was 35 of 38 from the field. 35 of 38 from the field. Okay, that's 92%. 78 points.
And how many games?
In one of those games. This is in 4 games. This is 4 games in a row. All right, 35 of 38. Zav, think about this. Mount Rushmore. Has anyone in history ever been capable of this? Hold on. That's 92% from the field. And that's not just some big guy dunking all day. This is 78 points on 35 of 38, all right? Now, in that stretch, he also posted a triple-double in a game, okay?
I got to stop you.
Hold on.
I got to stop you. I got to stop you, TD.
All right.
Because you're going to list off these crazy numbers he's put up. Yeah. Doris Burke's talking about these crazy numbers Embiid's putting up. Someone could go back a few years with the Rockets, talk about the crazy numbers Harden puts up.
No, you didn't see? You didn't let me finish. Stop. You didn't let me finish.
One thing that matters when you're talking about elite players, you know what that is?
Well, if you'd let me finish, reigning champion, reigning finals MVP, lost 1 game in the last 8 games, Western Conference Finals and Finals. Before that, I know not to your point, but back-to-back regular seasons MVP. This guy right now, Zav, deserves the Mount Rushmorean talk that others are getting, and you don't hear a peep of it.
Nope. He's got 1 ring. 1 ring. When you're talking about this level of player, fairly or unfairly, you got to do more than 1 ring if you want to be at Mount Rushmore. That's just the bottom line. You look at his playoff history before last year. Lost in the Western Conference semifinals. Lost to the Lakers in the bubbles. Lost in the semifinals in the Western Conference. You're not going to be GOAT Mount Rushmore status unless you do more in the playoffs. Fair or unfair. Jordan's Bulls. Akeem went back-to-back. Shaq and Kobe three-peated. These are the players. He hasn't
and
done.
Xavier, guess what age Jokic is at? You just mentioned Jordan. You just mentioned all these guys got started at the exact same place Jokic is in right now. They all got, and they all lost too. Jordan lost. I agree.
He's got to win.
Shaq lost. Everyone lost first.
But that's why he's not underrated yet.
No, but Todd, my point is, and I agree with you on that, yet Embiid gets the comparisons to the Wilts, and Jokic isn't. So in like that's what annoys me. He's way more accomplished for these comparisons, at least now, than an Embiid is. But Embiid gets it and Jokic doesn't. That's what I mean about underrated. And just like the collective NBA conscious, he's honestly never mentioning that.
TD, if you polled the NBA players and asked them who's better, Embiid or Jokic, who do you think would win that poll?
Obviously Jokic.
There you go. That's my point. People who know ball, it's Jokic. And
well, yeah. Well,
he's never got past the semifinals of the Eastern Conference.
That's can also a lot NBA machine, media machine. You know, Embiid's a lot more marketable than Jokic is. I get all that.
I don't think he's more marketable than Jokic. I don't think that stuff doesn't matter.
I think he is. No. I think he is. I think Zav, the NBA machine is about replacing Jordan. Then you have LeBron, Steph. They're looking for the next guy.
He's not the next. No way.
They're looking for it. They're trying to force him into it, Zav.
I think he's just putting up big stats, so they're just mentioning it. But
Zav, to this point though, about this 4-game stretch, what the incredible thing is, okay, so this is nuts, by the way. 35 of 38, 78 points, 92% shooting. Any big, theoretically, a Wilt could do that. But the incredible thing is, he also posted a triple-double in these games. He's also perfect from 3. No one in history, Zav, could put up games like this. Everyone could, people could score, but they can't triple-double and hit threes. This, what we're seeing, Zav, is unprecedented. And the fact that you piggyback that to a finals MVP and a ring, and he dominated that whole postseason, Zav, setting records the whole postseason. He is on, I think, even though he's getting his credit, like you said, players would say he's number 1. I don't think he's getting the credit he deserves. And I think he is underrated.
all right, well, we'll leave it there. Let us know what you think in the comments. Have a great night, everyone.
All right.